Welcome, 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 guys, to another live. It's been a while. We've had some crazy things going on in our life. I have 7 children and 32 grandbabies, and I have to tell you, lots of crazy things happen with that many people in your family. But I miss you guys. I miss coming on and doing lives. I want to share with you that you can learn how to do quick and easy painting with me. I'm Donna Dewberry, and I created the one stroke painting technique, and it's blending, shading, and highlighting in each stroke. I teach you the tools, and I have the brushes and the paint that make it so easy for you to become an artist. So you're one stroke away from becoming an artist. And I have to tell you, you can go to my YouTube site. It's the Donna Dewberry channel, which this is what I am doing on right now. And I don't know if it's anybody's coming on or if I didn't turn this on right, but we'll see. Oh, there you go. It takes a few minutes to get on, and we are on. So I want you to know that on the Donna Dewberry channel, I come on with new content. I have new content every single week. And so I'm thrilled to have you there. Thank you guys for coming on. Hello, Stephanie Young. I miss you, girl. It's been a long time. Thank you for being here today. I hope things are going well for you, and I'm thinking about you. I just want you to know that I always wanted to create and paint, and I could do it at my dining room table with all those little children I had. And I want you to know that you could just take a canvas that's very inexpensive or some art paper and then frame it and make something that you can't believe that you could do. This is using my stencil to get a perfect shaped butterfly. And instead of drawing, I teach you how to draw too. I miss you too. I see you in July. You're coming to convention. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. I didn't realize you were. So that's awesome. By the way, we have a one stroke painting convention in Orlando, Florida, right by the airport in July. And you can find that on One Stroke, all spelled out, onestroke.com on my website. And we have so much fun. We paint every day. I teach you every day. We have fashion shows and food and fun and creativity and new friends, new painting friends. Just come and have fun. Okay. We still have some openings. All right. Happy Wednesday. And that means I have so missed you guys. We've had children in the hospital, grandchildren in the hospital, and recently a death in our family. So it's tough going through life. And I have to tell you, the thing that helped me through when my daughter passed away was I buried myself into painting, and it was my therapy. And so I want you to know that when I come out and I paint and people say, it's okay, you don't have to, I need it. And I don't know if you need it, but I just want you to be able to have it if you'd like it. All right, so I'm going to paint something for you today, but I want to share some things that will make you think, oh my gosh, maybe I could do this. All right, so here is the stencil. All of this is on my onestroke.com website, but I want you to know, if you join my membership on YouTube, as the One Stroke Advantage. And the advantage is every month I put a coupon on. It's $9.95 a month. You get 4 painting lessons every single month. You get a discount on you get everything else free on my site. So people were concerned that they're going to lose the free painting that we did, but you still get my free painting lessons. So I have practice strokes. Every Friday, I put a new one on where I teach you a different leaf or a different flower or things that you might want to learn. I'm painted on rocks for this Friday. And then every Wednesday, I come on with relaxing paint. And because of the death, it's going to be on tomorrow, probably. Okay. So I just couldn't make it happen. And so what I want you to know is that there is the advantage of One Stroke, our One Stroke Advantage membership. Excuse me, is that you can get this 20% off every day for being a member. All right. So you can go buy one thing or you can go buy more and get 20% off anything you purchase on the website. It saves money to order multiples so that you're not paying shipping for one single thing. So just remember that. Be smart about it. And we are not Amazon. It doesn't come overnight. Sometimes Amazon comes to my house the same day, which is kind of crazy. But anyway, so see the stencil. I teach you. This is like one of the videos I might do, and we stenciled that little guy there and the bigger version of him right there. Okay, and before we get started, I have these mop brushes that I show you how to get this watercolor look really quick. And then when that dries, you stencil on by just white stencil, or I used a light gray on this so it shows. You stencil, and then all you do is fill in the spaces where I've already designed it for you. See that? So I love the butterfly stencil. I know it's fun, right? And so I was told by my daughter and my husband, who know all, that you guys wouldn't buy more than one. But this is what I decided. I had to have more. It wouldn't all fit on here because this is what I wanted to do. I have a large monarch, a medium monarch, a baby one, and then I have multiples of this different one and a side one. So then, and I wanted it big so that you would have a big one on here. I just made an avalanche. Okay. Oops. So see, you'd have a big size on here because sometimes we just want one big focus on our painting. So then look at this. Then on here, I wanted side views. All right. So you could flip it so they can go both ways. All right. And then my dragonflies. So see, this one has butterflies and dragonflies. And you can get this to even look like a moth if you want. So we have two different ones of these. And I've created my stencils are different than what you might use a stencil for. I use it for a template and a pattern. So I have jars. How many of you have tried to draw a jar and you get one side good, you can't get the other side to match? Same thing with butterflies. So I have vases and jars, and then I have books. And so you could stack these books, and my problem always was getting dimension and being able to see that. So I've got a book one. And then look at this. I wanted something. I have literally pounced this on a black t-shirt and made this fast, fast, fast. So the stenciling took me 15 minutes to stencil on my shirt, my black shirt, and then I paint my roses or flowers or whatever. So look, there it is. It fits right there. I've done it right on my shirt before. And there's all of that. You can leave some on or take some off. So isn't that kind of fun? So this I use metallic, and then I teach you how to do ombre. So if you want to learn how to stencil this on, you go to my free lessons, practice strokes, and it shows you how to stencil it, how to do the ombre, and there you go. And even how to paint that rose. All right. So then there's things like doing the bird. I'm just going to show you this last one. I have all kinds of these. So you just go on there, and it costs you too much to ship one, but we have these hard, nice envelopes that these go in. So if you get a couple or you get other products at the same time, then it makes your shipping very little for the ones that you're going to get. Just, I like to say that because it's just smart. Because when we're packing a single stencil, I go, I wish that they would think that they would understand that you could get so much more for the same shipping. Okay, so see these birds? Now, what's good about the birds, these are little vintage birds. I did a branch of them where you could just take a little bit, or the same birds are right here bigger. All right, so look, you know where the cheek goes, you know where his breast is, you know where his wing is. So you just stencil that really quick, and just it's like you drew with the pattern on really quick and easy. All right, so I am going to show you some other things that I do here, but I want you to see when I paint with you. One more thing I'm going to share with you, because you're going to see lots of things on my website. You're going to see where I go to workshops around the country. You're going to see that convention that you can come go to the convention with us. You need that one, you said, Kim? Okay. Yeah. All right. So thank you. And Miss Vicky is having us in Tennessee. I say it wrong, Carthage. I say it wrong. Anyway, in Tennessee, and that's in October. So we're so excited about going there. So we started booking for Tennessee. We're going to Dallas, Texas area, and we are going to do the one in Orlando, and Orlando's July. So all those dates are there. Everywhere I'm going to be, and everything that's going on in the one stroke painting world is right on onestroke.com. We also have painting kits. So if you're like Donna's favorite 30 colors, or we have these specials, so you look for the paint special, and the biggest one I think is 72 colors. I've pulled many of those before, and so they're the multi-surface paint that I'm going to be using. It goes on glass, metal, ceramic, wood, canvas, and what's wonderful about that is it's got a sealer in it. So instead of trying to buy all the different kinds of paints, lots of times I just tell you, get my favorite colors, get started, get the value pack of brushes. This is my 10 most used brushes. These are the dark handle brushes. These are the Donna Dewberry brushes. And I use a lot of flats. So I have multiple flats in here. I have 2 different size liners and 2 different size scruffy brushes. And so I have to tell you, and I just put on order, but I did not remember to order the stencil. Maybe if you email Amanda, maybe she can throw it in there. And don't say I said that. Don't get me in trouble. When I'm overwhelmed, I shut down and cannot pick up a brush. All right. So you know what? I'm telling you, just make yourself sit there and paint anything. It takes all the world out of your head just for a little bit. I buried myself into painting when my daughter passed away. For a little bit, I just felt like she was still in Utah. She wasn't here. But she was in Utah. And I know that might not have been healthy, but it worked for me, and it got me through some of the hardest days. So I also want to tell you, not that I want to sell you, this is an upsell. Not that I want to sell. Thank you, Amani. I need that. Not that I want to sell more to you, but I do. I need my stencils for Orlando. Okay. Yeah. So I have brand new stencils in Orlando, 4 new stencils. I'm so excited. Amanda just sent out the little tease for that yesterday, my daughter. All right. So look, this is the value pack, is sharing with you what you use these brushes for. But this is what I use for everything. But I used to be on the shopping channel all the time, and people would go, oh my gosh, she's magic. She just painted these pink flowers, and now she's got green on the brushes. She didn't even change brushes, but I did change brushes. So this is what I want you to think about. When you're using your 3/4 inch brush and you have, you're painting the flower, and then you need to take and change and get your leaf color. So you have to wash out all the paint that you loaded. And then you have to reload it in green. And then you do a few leaves. Then you wash that out, and then you have to reload it. So these are so inexpensive that I encourage you to have 2 sets. And if you buy any of my painting kits, like Flowers of the Month, it shows you every flower of each month of the year, then you get a new set in each of those kits. So if you get an A to Z kit or a Flower of the Month kit, and then you buy a set of these, you already have 2 sets. If you want to paint with your family or friends, then you have extra brushes to do. So that's the value pack. Those are the ones I encourage all beginners and painters. I use them for all my newbies and painting classes. All right. I still have my original brushes from 12 years ago. You know what? Those oldies are the goodies. So just remember to keep those. That's why I said these are like from my beginning. These are good. My brushes are 20 years old. Oh my gosh. Well, I need y'all painting so much that you wear those suckers out. I'm just kidding. I need to paint to get away from my grief. Now I paint to spend time with my daughter in spirit. That's wonderful, Kim. You know what? My grandchild's daddy died a couple of days ago, and I have been talking to him. I don't want to go there again. I was teaching last night, and I was crying during class, but I've been talking to George. It's not the George that paints at the studio. I've been talking to George and telling him how much he meant to us, and he could see the true love everybody has for him now. to meet you in Orlando. Well, Michelle, I have so many newbies coming to Orlando this year. I'm so excited. So if you ever thought about just going somewhere and meeting some amazing people, I have people that come to convention and have made lifelong friends. They do everything together. They meet each other and travel. They come and paint. I asked Jesus to give my son extra hugs every night. You know what? I have a daughter up there, and she just wraps her arms around. I know she's right there with George. I know she is. She never met George, but now she knows. Now she's been watching him with his little granddaughter, my little granddaughter. All right, so this set is this is the set I want people to work to get. And then these are the most expensive set, of course. These are less than 20, especially with your coupon, this set. So you're getting 10 brushes, and they're really less than $2 a piece. I'm bringing my new brush set with me. And then the floral brush set, it's more like $39.95, but 20% off of that is $8 or something like that. Don't go by me for numbers, I'm telling you. All right, so look at this. It has all the specialties. So it has a fan brush and a feather brush. Those you have to buy separately. And there's a 16 flat that's in there. And that's a lot of people's favorite because they get nervous about the big brush, so they go down to the next brush. I like you to use the bigger ones, so don't worry about it. Whatever you have, you will love it. And then I have all 3 scruffy sizes in there. I have a round, an angle, a filbert, all in there that are not in my 10 brush set. So this is a 13 most used brushes. All right. So it's a super deal for you. The handles are better. The ferrules are better. The bristles are pretty much the same. Okay, so there you go. Did I make you crazy yet? All right, so then I want to share with you, is this just a sales pitch, or is there going to be some painting done today? Yes, I'm going to paint, but I just wanted to share some of the newbies, the things that are going on, okay? And I just want you to know also, I have my tools. All right. So when you're watching me and you want to see how I'm doing this, I've got the palette. The palette holds a foam plate. All right. So it just goes in there and holds the foam plate. And then I have a double loader. So for you people that are having muddy loads, I want you to know you just put it in here. And then you can pop the lid on. And on the lid, I put a foam. So you dampen that, lay it on there, and see those holes, and that keeps it moist. And so you can use the paint for weeks after that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to paint now, and I'm sorry. I just like to share with everybody what we've got, so we can know what to use when you want to do that. Looking forward to meeting you in July, and me too, Kimmy. I'm totally a brush hoarder. I know. So you know how many people get my signature brushes and say, I don't want to open them? I said I can't sell you new brushes unless you've opened them. Okay, so let's start painting. I'm going to move you guys down. All right, and up. And then I got to make sure I'm right-handed, but I'm upside down right now. It's closer than you think. I know it's coming around the corner. All right, so this is what we're going to do. I am going to flip myself around so I'm in the right place. People who don't know me, don't understand me, don't understand that I'm doing all the camera work. I'm doing all the sound work. So sometimes it's not perfect, but let's see. But I appreciate y'all's patience. Okay. And why is saying my speakers and give me shadow? All right, so it is closer than we think. I don't think Stephanie was being fussing at me. Somebody else was, but that's okay. I know y'all rather see painting than me talking, but like I said, I am thrilled to be showing you some fun work here. All right. So what I want to do, and I'm not going to get up and get my stencil. I'm just going to start painting. All right. Before I lose everybody here. All right. So I'm going to put a jar here. And if you had my stencil, you would just line it up here and be ready to do a mason jar. And I know we do lots of mason jars, but I just, I'm a little bit lower, aren't I? There we go. She's talking about Florida. Well, it's part of the whole spill. The reason I can be on is because it you know, it makes sales, it makes advertisers. And so the whole thing is, my husband's a businessman. I have to do things that make money too. So, but that's okay. I said you could tell when we have people that buy from YouTube, they are different than the one strokers that usually. So we could tell if somebody, when they think we don't get it to them in 2 days, and we go, we're not Amazon. So it all works together. Oops, darn it. I use up all my pearl paint, and I don't mean to use pearl. That's pearl. Yeah, there's new viewers, and they just don't understand. And if you've been around, you know I either try and be crazy, and I jump around. But hopefully we get some good out of it. All right. This is a sneak peek of what's going to be on tomorrow. That kind of fun. And, oh, Kim, you didn't have to do that, sweetheart. Thank you. All right. You're going to make me cry. I love you guys. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So we're going to come in here. I got paint in my brush. Okay. So I'm going to come in here and get some white and some gray. So floating medium with some white and some gray. I miss being on. So thank you guys for being here and watching today. I want you to see that I'm going to do the jar wrinkles up here, the ridges for the screw top. All right. And then I'm just coming across here. And just be loose about this. You don't have to make this perfect in here. But that's what I'm saying. The stencil makes it so easy, so you don't even have to draw it, and it's perfect on both sides, right? So floating medium's the fluff that's inside the acrylic paint with no pigment in it. So we don't use water. That helps us to be able to do this. Now I am on paper that might wrinkle. All right. Thank you, Miss Kim, for the support. Okay, so there we go. All right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to make this jar with all kinds of pretty colors in it. So I'm just going to kind of do it like that for right now. So you see I'm not perfect on both sides. So it makes it easier if you had the stencil to get going here. Now, what I want to show you, I'm going to pull out some really pretty colors. All right, so look how pretty that pearl is. The pearl looks really pretty on flowers. So I might put some of that in the blossoms that I'm going to do. All right. So now let's pick out some colors. Let's use magenta. All right. Beautiful pink. All right. Okay. So then let's, I'm going to put a little bit of neon purple in here. And you can ask for multi-surface neon when you're Okay. Don't scroll back up. Just don't look at it. Don't look at negativity. It's fine. Life's hard enough. Okay, so look, I can even put some orange in here. And so I wasn't sure what I was going to paint till I got on, so that's why I don't have all the colors pulled out. But I want you to see how fun it's going to end up being. All right, so there we go. Let's see, what else? Maybe we could use some, let's use cobalt a little bit. A little bit of cobalt. Are those pretty colors? Are they bright enough for you? All right, and what about a little bit of aqua? Let's see if we're going to use this many. All right, then I'm going to put citrus. All right, I tell people they don't have to pound it, but my bottles, I need to throw them away, but they still have paint in them. I go pull it right out of the trash when my students throw it in there. I'm like, you did not pound out that paint. Okay, so we'll just put a little bit. So multi-surface paint for anybody that's new out there. Look how fun these colors are. Now, the first thing I want to do, because I want dripping fun looks, is I am going to, I had the other mop brush out here. I am going to use the small and the large mop. Okay, so these brushes are a set. Thank you, Miss Stephanie. Okay, so I want you to see that these sell as a set. So think about taking that 20% off these. Now you have to go get the code, and when you go to checkout, you put the code in before you pay, because we can't fix it if you don't do that, because they don't let us do that. And so then anyway, just make sure you check, because when people call the office and say, I forgot to put it in, don't do that. All right, I bought a mop set but don't know how to use them. Well, I use them quite often, Lori, if you go back and look at how to use the mop brush on practice strokes. But I just want you to see something that I'm doing here, is that I am going to use smaller one first, because I'm going to go into the water and I'm going to pick up some purple. See, with water, these are natural goat hair. All right, so I'm going to come along here and I want to put some purple along the bottom. And I could even put some cobalt in there, kind of. Okay. And then I can get some water and get a little bit of aqua and put some aqua right there. And so you can do it like instead of watercolor, we can do it with our regular paint and water. Okay. So I'm going to like this, and you can make it run. Okay, I can also take, where's my heat pen? There you go. All right, so I could even turn on the heat pen and make it run a little bit, or the blow dryer. Okay, so then I'm going to come in here with some other colors. I'm going to use the citrus. So let's come right in here. See, I'm not cleaning the brush very much. So it had a little bit of green in here, a little bit that goes down here. All right. Now, I should have done this as I went. Let me take this paper out. So I'm going to come right here and splash it a little bit over here around the bottle. All right. I'm going to go back to do the purple. I'm sorry. Neon around here. And look, a little bit more water. Just splash it in here some. And a little bit out here. Now we're going to drip some of the flowers in here too, so it makes it kind of fun. All right. Some yellow and orange right in here. All right, and we can just do that a little bit in there and a little bit back here. Now I am going to go back in here later, guys, and firm up the shape of the bottle a little bit. But right now, I know it doesn't look like much now, but it will. Okay, so then I'm going to splatter and drip the flowers. All right, sound good? All right, now you could also use these. We do all kinds of, where's that picture I just had? Oh, so the mops do all this, the watercolor look. And then this that I just did for tomorrow, see the background? It's just water, and we make all the color go in the background. So those are just a couple things, but I teach you a lot of that on practice strokes too. All right, so let's start first. I've got some white over here. I'm going to get the 3/4 inch flat, and I have a lot of room up here is what I wanted to show you. All right, so I'm going to pick up some orange, and this is pure orange and daffodil yellow. Now I have floating medium here. I don't need it because I have so much paint, but I have white over here if I need it. All right, so I'm going to do the first one way up here, and I'm going to make petals. All right. If you just got on, please go back and watch so you learn about the tools that I'm using and how easy one stroke is if you have the right tools. All right, so I'm going to come back. Colors pop. Thank you. And then you can go back in here and do all the centers at one time. So look, I know that's shiny, but can you see? There you go. I store my paint upside down to a plastic shoe. I know. I know. That's funny. I know. But the thing is, I've gone through these so fast. I usually don't. I have a whole container that does it upside down. A spinner rack here, upside. Well, my husband got me, and they're usually like that. But I have these all here that I've been using recently. So that's a very good idea, though. We do that at Plaid. They're all in those clear shoe boxes. But we have all the same colors together. Now, see, I'm picking up white and then coming over here and getting the yellow. Yeah, that's a really good idea. All right, so you notice, see, I'm layering this. Now, look at the difference that just a little bit of white did. All right. So then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put a pink flower right there. I just look to see if I need anything else in the background before I do this. All right, so I can come here and get magenta on the orange, all right, which makes it look a little bit red. Okay, so magenta. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, those colors really are looking pretty right there. All right, I'm just going to fill that in. So, all right, now I do have a little bit of yellow. Let's see, wipe some of that off. See, I'm not washing them though. I like that you realize you can multi-load this brush. Hello, Mandy. And get some yummy looks in here just by doing that. Okay. And this, I kind of wanted behind that. So I'm just going to fudge it a little bit. All right. So we are going to now wash the brush. Okay. So let me put a couple of blue ones on before we do the magenta. Is that vivid, pretty colors? I know. I just wanted to show off a little bit today. All right. Y'all ever want to show off? I'm going to go ahead and use up this metallic white. All right, I'm going to get some medium. And back here, let's see. So back here, I'm going to, I don't know how good this white's going to go when it's metallic like that. So I'm going to add some regular white to it too. All right. So we're going to go right up next to it. I didn't notice that I wanted this one behind it too. Okay, so a little bit of blue there. And now let's look at the aqua. All right, so I'm picking up some white and aqua. Okay, let's get some floating medium. Okay, because what I want to do is out here, I want to come out here and make some really ruffled petals for this flower. All right. So that's a little bit aqua there. And then I'm going to put, let's go back to the blue. And we're going to put some blue. I could do some blue and some aqua and some medium. Okay, so let's come out here a little bit. And this is going to be behind some white flowers here. Okay, so that's just going to be a pretty color. So as you're doing that, you can kind of come down and put some of that color in there. Yeah, I've got a paint trolley type thing and all the right colors are together. All right, so now I just want to come in here with some pretty magenta and some pretty purple. So let's do the violet pansy and neon purple, okay? So let's come out here and look at this jagged look. Isn't that kind of pretty? Oh, y'all can't see it. Look. See purple? I just like this big gray paper, but it's real thin. Hey, Katie. Thank you. Okay, so so we're going to come along here. All right, and so let's do the magenta now. All right, so it's magenta on this outside. So I've got the neon purple and magenta, and this is what I want to do. I want to come in here, and then I'm going to come back and get some white. So right now, we're going to come and get a lot of pretty color here. And then I have to come back and add the white over it, okay? All right, so, and then a big white blossom there. But right in here, we're going to put the neon in the back here. Okay, see, we got the 3 colors there. All right, and then I'm going to pick up some white here. All right, so then we're also going to take the magenta and white. So I'm double loading my white. And I'm going to come right in here. And this is just going to help you get this lighter color back in here. But I wanted that purple and white, purple magenta in the background first. Okay. And we're going to put some greenery here and there. All right. So pink, pink. Let's do pink up here. Okay. So we just come in here with white. So, and so we got blue, 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 yellow, yellow, yellow on a line. So I guess we needed yellow up there. All right, so that's a good idea too. Miss Kim. Oh, Joanna. Okay, so look, we're going to come up here. All right, so see how that yellow goes around? All right, so I'm missing just the white. I'm always working on design, and I bet you if you emailed Amanda, she knows exactly where they are. It's hard for me to keep track of everything, but I know I have. But if you ask me where, I do have them though on how to build and design. I think I've done like workshops and all on that too. So just email Amanda Dewberry at hotmail.com and say, where's Donna's design, how to design instruction. Okay, so I'm going to come right here and I'm going to bring my white up, more white, more white. I should have probably dried the purple, but doesn't bother me that a little bit gets in here. All right. Okay. All right, so just putting that white in there, I think helps. All right, before I go any further, it's definitely a resin project. That's cute. So I'm going to come in and do some centers. All right, so I can come in with some yellow and orange and pounce the center in here. Now, after you pounce, guys, you could take a smaller brush and you can make little lines in here for stamens, instead of doing, I get to recycle. I hate to put paint down. Yeah. All right. So y'all have some good hints out there. All right. So I'm going to put some white in the middle and yellow around the edge of the scruffy. The scruffy gets no water, just to let you know, if you haven't ever tried it before. I'm going to put yellow in a lot of these centers, or we can use some green in here. As the citrus, and this is classic green. All right. All right, so we can always put a lot more detail in the middle. I think if your petals aren't great and you make a really pretty center, then that's where your eyes go first, okay, is to the center. So like right now, these are just average centers. But if I took a liner, all right, and I came in and I did little stamens, all right, so I came all the way all around and put little stamens in here, all around. Okay, and then these right here, it's wrinkled all up. I need to go to, I look online, I need to see them in person, art paper, so then I can, so just doing a little bit more detail on the center. And then, I know the colors turned out great, didn't they? All right, then I can come back and just dot these little. And you don't have to be perfect. You just put little dabs everywhere. You don't have to be at the end of each stamen. But when you get through it, I bet you'll look at this later. Your eyes go straight to this center before the other centers. Except you're going to see this bad spot I made. Okay. So, and sometimes you can just come around and just dot little bits of dots around here with your kiss tool. See how that just adds to it? All right, trying to find a thumbs up. So you go outside of the chat, and then they said that you can do thumbs up. I don't ever have to go figure that out, so I can't help you much. All right, so I'm going to, let's get a 12 so I can do some greenery. All right, so we're going to come right in here between the two greens, and I can grab some white on the strip's edge so I can make a bright color. All right, so now what I've got to do is I've got to grab that flower and do some leaves. Okay, and I can come in here and put some leaves. Just kind of add some pretty little connections here. So you can come in here and do some little greenery of any kind. All right, some little leaves in here. All right. Okay, so we can come in here and add some green. Okay, so what I liked is that we are going to take this small mop brush. Okay, you ready to see what happens next? All right, before I do that, thank you, Citra. All right, I miss you. It's been a long time. What inspired this? Because I like the drippy stuff, and I like the clip art, and lots of clip art. They do this, what do you call it? It's all done by computer, and they do all kinds of splashes. And so I thought, I want to do that. I can do that. I can do that, do our own flowers. And then our flowers are prettier than some of that clip art. Okay, so look. All right, so now you're taking floating medium, a little bit of medium gray. Okay, I didn't put stems. I should have put stems in here, but it's too late now. Okay, so I'm going to come down here, clean this up. See how it's looking like something? Oh, thank you, Michelle. That's very sweet. All right. So there you go. All right. Now what we need, see how you can see the jar? Look, now I've got this side all cattywampus, but it's okay. So watch what happens. I can then come on the outside edge. And clean that up. See that? It'll make it look better. All right, we're not done yet. Okay, now look what happens. All right, so you want to touch here and you want to put a glare. And down here, maybe a little glare. And come across like a jar, like a glare in the jar. Okay. And you should do it once and leave it. But I don't. I keep going back to it. All right, I can also come back here. I want to cover this again. Since I don't like what I did there. Okay, so now, see that kind of divides it up. Thank you, Michelle. All right, so now look what's going to happen. We got to take water and we got to make it really inky. Okay, now I can hold this up and I can drip All right, come on. I drip this from here. See this? Oh, darn it. I didn't mean to put it over there. You just strip it. I'll show you in a minute. We'll take the blow dryer. So when you sit here and you do it with the blow dryer, well, I wish I had 5 hands and I could make it even better. If this was hard, like I could stand this up without the paper wrinkling. It was a bad choice. I should have. Then I could have done this better. Okay, so I just want a little teeny drips. So let's get some blue. Let's see, I can go around this. All right. My fan brush, I'll see me do this. So the computer can do it really good for you. And they use a computer to do it for you. Okay, so. All right, so now I'm splattering. Now let's get a little bit of pink here. Now even the splatters, if they're inky enough, will do what I want it to do. Okay, so now watch what happens. I can splatter it like that and take the blow dryer. Okay, so there you go. And we can come in here with more white too. I think white always looks good. Well, so what happens is the blow dryer is supposed to mute it. And usually it does. So it didn't mute it. I didn't know, because usually it mutes it. It doesn't mute my heat pen because it's low, but the blow dryer, it should have muted it. Sorry if it didn't. All right, so if you've done this and you go, oh, I wish I didn't get it on the petal, you can take it off if you take it off right away. Okay, but I hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope you go check out with your discount if you're a member of the membership, and come in there and get some of the new stencils that we have. I still like putting white on it. I think it really makes it nice. I appreciate y'all's time today. I enjoyed being with you, and I will see you next time.